It's week 3 of the NFL, and this one features Josh Jacobs. He had a memorable performance last time out, a 5-touchdown game. It's the Raiders and the Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a scoreless game right now in the first quarter, but that might be about to change. This offense has it in the red zone. On second down, Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Touchdown Raiders! Davante Adams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have... Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Back to throw. Edwards. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's good. Time to get you back live again. This offense in the red zone as they've got it 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Edwards on third down. It's caught here by Adams. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one possession. This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires. We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, touchdown! Michael Mayer from 10 yards out. And the Raiders have retaken a third-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback. And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he... A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard. So this offense looking at a 2nd and 4. The football inside the red zone. To throw is Edwards. Off the play fake. And his throw is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion. Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Off the bootleg. Edwards. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Operating from the gun, Edwards. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that...
Tight game here, but this offense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Once again, it's Jacobs. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. Here's Jacobs. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Raiders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and this one features Josh Jacobs. He's coming off a banner week, over 160 yards in that one. It's the Raiders and the Packers, next on Madden Football.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really...
Zone alert forthcoming here. A first and goal situation as this offense looks to punch in the football from right around the 6. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Looking to throw. Edwards. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So second and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. Second down is always kind of that...
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. Here's Edwards to throw on third down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football. Here's he. options here on 4th and a yard. It would be a long field goal try. Would they consider going for it? Let's jump in and find out. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. They go with Jacobs. Hard running at the 15. And down inside the 15 shot. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He can't get him down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Edwards. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal. Well, this one's getting good now. 4th quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge 3rd down stop. Edwards now from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to break our 4th quarter tie. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. All right, it's time for this big O-line and the playmakers to take control of this game as we get down toward the end. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man, that's Renfro. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Edwards On third down, able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Jacobs. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Second down, Jacobs once more. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Here's Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Raiders escape with a victory. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for Las Vegas, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on track.